sports. It's in the game.
It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we're watching the Snowhawks' athletic corner. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Snowhawks and the Rams, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
On first down, they'll run. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now they send their back in motion right. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. The Rams are set to punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. No return on that punt, and they're going to take over possession. So they come on offense now, readying for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them Well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Able to find Jones. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play, and they'll have first down. Pass play coming here. He's going deep this time. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll come up first and 10. Throwing it again here. Completed to his running back. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give him a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. This our last play of the quarter. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Dumped off to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but... Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap now to Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's caught for the first. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Young looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. From the 23. Rolling left, buying some time. Now he takes it. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, before the snap, you know right before the snap you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
To the air on first down, Young. The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give up the middle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Rams get the game's first points here in the 2nd. That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Fits it through the middle. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Snowhawks can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. That one right down the middle. And the Snowhawks tie this game 7-7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Rams, who only need a couple on 2nd and 2. From the 38. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Back to throw. Here's Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Now Young. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Snowhawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll look to throw. He's trying another one deep. It is caught at the 20. The Snowhawks take the lead just before halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Snowhawks take a 4-point lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams are going to get the football one last time in this first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Chased out to his right. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. That brings us to halftime. Just a 4-point game thus far. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Eagles seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate? These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Snowhawks ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. Gets everything he has under this throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
He's loaded another one up. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Snowhawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Snowhawks drive their lead to 11. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The Rams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 26.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That one's complete right side. And he'll head out of bounds after a short game.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just set.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. The Rams are set to punt. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Taken right at the 40. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw on first. Has the connection to Jones. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw it on first down. He fires one deep. He's got it deep downfield. He has the touchdown. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Snowhawks push their lead to 18. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Rams. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Young. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Young on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Young to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Young working from the gun. Catch made over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Hits him on the out route. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Number 23.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 17. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Brings up 3rd and
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 4th and 4.
it's 4th down.
Let's go now. Ready, go.
They're going for it, Young. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Dump off caught by his back. Touchdown, Los Angeles. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gray now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Snowhawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in, touchdown. The Snowhawks make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Snowhawks push their lead to 18.
Rams 17.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Kickoff taken at the 3. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down, and number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Jones reels it in. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Snowhawks put up even more points in a win. That one splits the uprights. And the Snowhawks grow their lead yet again.
Rams 17.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Rams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Throwing the out route complete. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Young to throw. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. All right, all set up now. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Young throwing here. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Finds a man, right side. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Finds the in route complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 2nd and 3 now. Now it's Young. Finds him on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Young. He has all day. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. He's got it near the 8. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectiveness. Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. That one right down the middle. And the Rams make it an 18-point game. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This one's quickly to Jones. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A gain of 19
Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Able to find Jones. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout.
First penalty, San Antonio.
They're throwing it. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it yet again. That's completed right side. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed.
And in for the touchdown! So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Young up, 1st and 10. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned